But congratulations, both of you, especially to the parents. Congratulations. It's not easy getting these kids through school. One, it's not cheap, but second of all, it's you want them to do the right things and basically move on. In a law profession, it's just a law degree is great. I mean, you can do so many things. Whether you practice law, go to work for a company, sell real estate, you can do so many things with a law degree that you can't. And U.S. Supreme Justice Kennedy said, and I thought this was totally fascinating, he said, the beauty of a law degree, you should learn the language of the law. And I never thought about it that way. You learn basically how to understand what's going on in the legal profession, what we do, and all the little things that go on with that in enforcing the rule of law. So it's a wonderful profession, it really is. But coming with that, and being a lawyer, it comes with a lot of other responsibilities. One of the things I always tell everybody, and I think it's very important, is don't confuse your career as a lawyer with living your life. Too often people get in professions and it becomes all-consuming to them, and you shouldn't. You should live life. Life's short. Lots of things happen to people. There was a Judge Smart out in Fallon for years. Judge Smart was brilliant. He became a district court judge and everything. He got so all-consumed in doing his job and that he couldn't even go to work. Finally, they went over to his house, tried to get him to go to work, and he killed himself. And basically, the moral of the story is that, balance your life, balance it with people in your lives, and balance it and do it. Don't just be all enthusiastic about driven to get someplace at a certain point and everything else, but enjoy life's journey, enjoy the things as you go along, and I think that applies to everything. Also, respect the court, and especially the judge. Our system's not perfect, but I think it's the best system in the world. It really is. When it's applied fairly and people do the things they're supposed to do and everything else, it's important, and they do important work in that. And the courtroom is a special place, and I believe that. I think hopefully it's where we do justice. I think we try to do a good job here in the First Judicial District Court. We try to be fair to everybody. We try to treat everybody with respect, and respect to that. And you won't always agree with what a judge does, or what he says, or his rulings and that, but disagree respectfully. Don't become antagonistic or do any of those things. It doesn't get you anywhere, because I truly believe you build credibility with judges. We have certain people, you've seen it, you have lawyers come in here and they stand up and we shut down. I mean, God, we don't even listen to them. What do they do? And we have other lawyers that come in and right away what they say you can respect. Judge Pepez out in Ely one day, I was out there at a judge's thing, and came up to me and says, do you know this attorney in Carson City? And I said, yeah, I know her very well. He said, I got to tell you, she is one smart cookie. When she opens her mouth, I listen. And that's what you want a judge to say about you, and it was a compliment to the lawyer. And what he was saying is that he felt that what she did, the work that she submitted, wasn't garbage. Look at the garbage you see. The stuff that you see already. So you know who's good and you know who's bad. And you want to be thought of as basically being somebody that really is respected by the court and that. And it's stressful to be in here. Look at people you saw the other day. We had a seasoned lawyer and we had his associate there, and she stood up and she couldn't even talk. And it's stressful. It's not easy to be in here or anything else. And it's really stressful for your clients. Think how stressed you are. They're scared to death half the time. They're going, it's a whole foreign process to them in respect to that. So be mindful of that and in respect to that. I'm also always amazed at going back and read the old opinions from the 1800s and early 1900s and how little the legal system's changed. You go back and you read those old opinions, you go, boy, these guys they were bright, they weren't dumb, and they follow us along and they reason things the same way and everything else. So things can change and they do change a little bit. Also, be punctual when you get to court, especially, as we know in Department 1, we start a little early sometimes. And, dress appropriately. We had an attorney come in the other day, Monday, for probate, no tie, no coat, nothing. And I reminded him of the fact that that's inappropriate, and it is inappropriate because, you know, again, you come to court prepared, you come prepared to represent your client, you come prepared to take care of things and do it honestly. Be honest with your clients. Most attorneys get in trouble out in private practice by being dishonest with their clients. They give false hope, they overbill, and they create situations where if they're reasonable and honest with their clients, it won't happen. Make sure you always have a fee agreement. Always make sure you get your money up front, if you can. Respect that, because it's amazing how you get down to the end, and it didn't go quite the way you thought in trial and everything else, and suddenly, well, I just don't have the money to pay in that, you know. Try to get your money increments in that, but more important than anything, be honest with your client. More bar complaints are filed for basically being dishonest with your client and overbilling. Those are where the bar complaints all come down. So remember that. It's important to always remember that. And again, bill fairly, you know, because, you know, without a doubt, you know, some attorneys overbill their clients. The ones that don't usually get repeat clients. I always found my clients came back because they thought, if I treated him fairly, they tell somebody else, hey, go see him because he billed me fairly, treated me fairly, more than anything in respect to that. You know, and again, always be prepared. Make sure you do the right things in respect to that. You'll do fine. All right. Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
I, Christopher Benjamin,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
or affirm that
that
I will support the Constitution
I will support the Constitution
and government of the United States
and government of the United States
and of the state of Nevada.
and the state of Nevada.
I will maintain
I will maintain
the respect due to the courts of justice
the respects due to the courts of justice
and judicial officers.
and judicial officers.
I will support, abide by, and follow the rules of professional conduct
and follow the rules of professional conduct
as are now
or
or may hereafter
may hereafter
be adopted by the Supreme Court.
or may be adopted by the Supreme Court.
I will conduct myself
I will conduct myself
in a civil and professional manner,
in a civil and professional manner,
whether dealing with clients,
whether dealing with clients,
opposing parties,
opposing parties,
and counsel,
and counsel,
judicial officers,
judicial officers,
or the general public,
or the general public,
and will promote
and will promote
the administration of justice.
the administration of justice.
And
And
I will faithfully
I will faithfully
and honestly discharge
and honestly discharge
the duties of an attorney at law
the duties of an attorney at law
to the best of my knowledge
to the best of my knowledge
and ability.
and ability.
Congratulations.
I've never used your pen.
Blue. Yeah, you got it now. You know, one time I was in here, swearing in a law clerk, and she stood up and I said, do you care to take the, and I thought my parents were going to have a heart attack.